If you're searching for rural land but live thousands of miles away, you know the struggle. When I was looking for my dream West Coast homestead from 2,000 miles away, I realized I couldn't just stop by to check the vibe. I needed a way to perform professional level due diligence before I spent $1,000 on a flight to see a property that might have massive deal breakers. Today, I'm showing you how to use a free and easy, extremely powerful tool to perform a red flag review of any listing. I'm going to show you how to find the things that the listing doesn't tell you. My secret weapon is Gemini, a free tool from Google. Most people think tools like this are just for cleaning up your emails, but for land buyers, it's a research powerhouse. It doesn't just read property descriptions, it can scan local news, government records, and even see images like topography maps and plat maps to spot details that you normally need a surveyor to find. Let's jump into case study number 1, and I'll show you how it's a literal lifesaver. I found a gorgeous 5-acre plot on Whidbey Island in Washington. I knew nothing about the local area, so I opened up Gemini and typed in this prompt to check for pollution and environmental concerns. Perform an environmental red flag review for this address. Check for all pollution types, including noise, groundwater issues, and nearby industrial hazards. The results? Two massive red flags that saved me a cross-country flight. First, Gemini flagged the Naval Air Station and the Growler flights that come directly over the property, meaning my peaceful homestead would have had jets screaming overhead regularly. But the real deal breaker? It flagged PFAS groundwater contamination in that specific area. Drilling a well here would have been a massive, expensive gamble. Case study 2, moving dirt. Coming from the Midwest, the ground usually stays where it belongs, but in the Pacific Northwest, the land in some areas moves. I found a nice hillside property and asked Gemini to check the bones of the land. The prompt I entered: check for landslides, historical slumping in the last 20 years, or soil stability concerns within 1 mile. Gemini immediately flagged a history of major slides and noted that the soil type in this area would likely require extensive engineering studies. That's a hard pass that immediately pulled this property off my list. I'm on a budget. Sometimes the land looks perfect today, but what about tomorrow? Google Earth might show land and nothing but land, but Gemini can look into the future. I'm concerned about major industry being built near me. Things like data centers are popping up all over the place in rural areas. My prompt: research plan development of data centers or similar industrial projects within 2 miles of this address. Gemini found the area that I was looking at was being targeted for new data centers. These bring constant electrical hums and massive power grid strain. If you're within an hour of a major city and looking at rural land, definitely check for this. Case study 4, protected species. My biggest bullet dodge was when I found a property I truly loved. It was running in my top 3. Then I ran a prompt to check for protected animals or plants or other environmental concerns that might impact buildability. Gemini found a triple threat: protected squirrels requiring a 100-foot no-build buffer around any colony found on your property, meaning for every colony found, 100 feet of buffer was around it, potentially severely compromising buildable space. Lava tubes underneath that address, meaning I need a geotechnical engineer just to see if the ground was buildable. Vernal pools. These are hidden wetlands that disappear in summer but make building illegal on those areas as they tend to flood in winter. The scary thing is that you could walk this land in July and never know you were standing on a permanent nightmare. Some final thoughts. One of the best parts about Gemini is how easily you can do bulk research. You don't have to do these examples I've shown you one by one. You can upload a list of many addresses and ask Gemini to create a red flag table for all of the concerning conditions all at once. I narrowed down hundreds of listings down to about 15 using this method. One word of caution: Gemini is powered by an AI model. Treat AI like a check engine light. It tells you where to look, but you still need to verify things with the county. It's a warning tool, not a final decision maker. I like it better for finding risks than for searching for dream properties outright, because it tends to ignore the risk in its eagerness to please. By using Gemini to do the heavy lifting with your laptop, you aren't just saving money on plane tickets. You're ensuring that when you finally step onto that land to do your walkthrough, you have already done a significant amount of research on the property to find the blind spots. In my next video, I'll share my challenges of the walkthrough stage and how I finally selected the winner. If you have used Gemini for other things related to your land, I'd love to hear more. Thanks for watching.